Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, Scorpio. We are here for a reading for you. And how am I going to do that? Well, I have this Lenormand card deck here that I'm going to use to put out a mini grand tableau for the month. And each of the areas, there will be 4 cards in each row and 4 rows. And so each card is placed in a position that I'll be reading for you as that position I'll show you. And then there'll be 4 weeks, and I'll call them as week 1, week 2, week 3, knowing that there are 31 days in the month. And so it will be 7 or 8 days for one day, for 1 week, but I'll just say week 1. All right, let's get the show on the road, Scorpio. 1, and I'll try to I'll try to position the camera afterwards so you could see these cards. Just let me get them out now. And let's see what they have to say. All right. Now, let me see if you can see these. All right, you can see these here, more or less. Yeah, and I don't have to go like that. All right, now, the area of the spread that talks about, I really could use a pen, but that's okay. I don't have a pen here, but that's all right. A pointer. I want a pointer. I want something that I could point with. I'll use my eyeshadow. All right, there is this an area of a spread that talks about endings and beginnings. You remember, hi there. You remember that the last full moon reading, we talked about releasing things, and everyone had something to release, and I'm sure you did as well. This is talking about endings and beginnings, and what I'm seeing is that the difficulty that you have been experiencing over the last months and years, Scorpio, and years, are ending. And this is going to be a new beginning, but it's not because the universe is just saying, okay, Scorpio, it's Scorpio's turn to be alleviated. No, it's because of your merit, because you have rolled up your sleeve, done work on yourself, and now it's your turn. So that is going to change. Very interesting. Then we have an area that has to do with positive surprises. What are the positive surprises? Oh, look, Scorpio, there is love around you. And even if you may have some doubt as to, when are you going to see them? I'm not seeing them. Doesn't matter, because they're there and they are not. This is a person that you're involved with, or persons that you are involved with are going to be part of your life and have been, even not only in this life, but in past lives. They have crossed your paths before. And then there is a definite ending. And I do have the coffin here. And short of saying that someone is passing, there you go. This is the paths, and that is talking about a decision that you have to make. You have to face head on the decision to end something, and end it now in the month of May. Never again to use those patterns, those ways of acting. So you might want to think about that. Then there is communication. Communication and physical. There are 2 readings here: physical communication and physical sex and oral communication. And what I'm seeing, there are 2 things I'm seeing. I'm seeing that there's going to be very little of that, horizontal dance in the month of May. There's going to be a lot of talk about it. A lot of talk about it. Videos, writing, pictures, all of that. But the actual act will be very little. But also in terms of communication, you may have to be very careful and there's going to be little oral communication, little talking. And even if there is a lot of talk, you find that the most important things are not coming through. You need to read between the lines. Now, there's also here an area that talks about your livelihood. And what I'm getting here is that there are a lot of things of the work you do that you're not sure of, you don't know about, or that it is unstable. You don't have a monthly salary, or the big part of your activity is not on a monthly basis, on a regular monthly basis. And that is the only area that, not even of concern, it just is a fact that you have to work for your living. You may be on commission, you may be on time. The more time you put in, the more you make. And that is a fact. In May, that's going to be more so the case than in other moments. Then we have this card that has to do with a sense of security. And there is a woman in that house. I call them houses. And this means that a woman means security for you. This could be a lover. This could be a parent. This could be a sibling. This could be a friend. But they give you a sense of security, more so in May than any other month. May is when you start to realize how important they are for you. And then there's an area that talks about coming back, returning, making a return, going home, going to a place that you feel is your home. And what do I have? I've got the sense of maturity. The time is ripe, Scorpio. Ladies and gentlemen, both. It's a time to go back. It's a time to finally go back to that place. It could be a physical place. It could be a person. But now you're mature enough to do that. Then we have an area that talks about, again, returning. But returning to a place you call home, your sense of home. And that is a male figure. It's a male figure. This could be, and I'll throw it out there, it could be a person who you didn't grow up with, but who is your biological father, perhaps, or it could be a parent that may need you in this time frame in May, but they will be having an emotional pull toward you in the month of May. And then we have the public sphere. And the public sphere, I have the public sphere, the garden in that house, which means, Scorpio, you need to be out there, you need to be in the public, you need to interact socially with people, because that is where your greatest appeal will be. Your greatest money will be made in the public. You have to be there. Your success will count on you appearing in public and showing your face, not necessarily in public. So not hiding behind certain messages, but actually coming out and speaking your mind. Anything that goes with it, motivational speaking, things like that as well. And then we have an area that has to do with challenges, obstacles, and more than anything, there are two things. One is a challenge, and one is your spiritual nature, your spirituality. And I've got the key here. And the key tells me that your challenge is the most important domain to deal with in May. The challenges in your life, whatever they may be. It could be a challenge to find a new job. It could be a challenge to make up with an old companion. It could be a challenge to bring the family together. It could be any type of challenge, but that's the focus of your month. Also, your spirituality is tops. That is the key. Your challenges almost seem to be a spiritual quest, the month of May. Then we have this card that involves matters of decision making. And I have that matters of decision making. Decision making actually will evolve around the notion of home, house. You may want to sell your house. You may be in real estate. You may want to deal with questions of your home, your family, and that will take your time and your focus on the month, during the month. Then we have this card that talks about nuisances and problems. Nuisances, I describe them as a leaky faucet, something that will not change your life, but it just has to be solved. And I've got the sun here. You don't have any of those little itsy bitsy problems that month. You don't have them, thank God. You're lucky. Then we have an area that is hidden, anything that is hidden. And this describes matters of health. If you have a condition that doctors have not been able to come to terms with, if you have some sort of like feeling virus type, because viruses are very, very odd creatures. Viruses could be negative entities as well. And you just feel a little offset, you know. And this is an area that needs your concern. It needs monitoring, nothing serious. Then we have an area that has to do with written communication. There's going to be a lot of agitation around the written word, documents, documentation, things that may be needed that you forgot to put in. Anything where you have to sign the dotted line, be careful, read him even in between the fine print and between the fine print. Then there's the area of male influence or a man in your life or the male side of you, of your soul. And I've got here the anchor, and the anchor talks both about stability, so a male in your life. It could be a parent. It could be that biological dad that we talked about, a parent, your father, that is relates to you as a point of stability. They will offer you stability. And your male side also talks about stability. The decisions you make when in, I hate to even say these words, but in masculine mode. All decision-making processes require your stability and will give you stability. And a female influence, a female in your life, your female side, there is love here. There is love here. One more time, there is love here. It's come out, this is the second time, a very strong pull, energetic pull towards a female. Just saying. In the second half of the reading, I'll talk about the different signs and maybe we can find out who that person is. Now, the first week is going to start with an upward battle, in the sense that you would have liked to see during the month of May a particular person, and you know that it may not happen, and you decide to do something. You make a decision that you would like to make a decision, let's say, where you would like to go see them. Say they're in another country, in another city, in another state, far from you, and you decide to go. But then at the last minute, that first week, first 7 or 8 days, you understand that it's impossible for you to do that because you have other important things to deal with that take your attention. Then the second week here, I'm seeing you as they're both the male and the female figure in the second week. And I see it as all of the hidden elements behind a relationship that you have, be that heterosexual or homosexual relationship, same sex or a different sex relationship. I see it as being ripe. There is an area where you have some doubt. Okay, there is doubt there. But in the second week, you realize that the doubt dispels and you understand that the time is ripe for you both to come together. Then we have the third week, and the third week is an extremely rah, go, Scorpio week, because you get out there, you use your personality and your energy in relation to others, and the feedback you get is phenomenal. It may be your best money-making week in the month of May, and it all matters that concern your tribe, your close friends, relatives, and people who mean family to you are highlighted, and they are in the spotlight. Really beautiful. That is probably the second and the third, and this has been coming out for many signs, that the second and the third weeks in May are the most important for the month. And then the last week here, I see that there's a bit of anxiety about matters of the health, but it's not anxiety because it's, you're worrying about the worst. No, there are very few things. You may have your blood test levels off, and you're thinking, oh dear, I have to go on a diet, things like that. But then these things are offset by a sense of heightened awareness that there are people right around you that mean so much to you, that they just calm you, and you're coming into your own. I see May, Scorpio, as a month where you're coming into your own, and you're really showing your true colors, the true Scorpio that you are. You know, you're yourself. You're being yourself far more than in recent months or even recent years. You're finally coming into your own. Thank goodness. Okay, now I'm putting these cards away, putting my eyeshadow away, and taking out a beautiful deck that's called the Happy Tarot. Really beautiful deck, different than the Rider-Waite, different than the typical universal tarot meanings as well. So what I'm going to do, and that was for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. You'll see I keep doing this with my head because my head is chopped off. Sun, Moon, and Rising. And now I'm going to put out 12 cards, and this will give us an indication of you in relation to another person of that zodiac sign. And of course, this is a general reading, and you may not have. I mean, I, for one, don't have all of these zodiac signs in my life. I don't have a Gemini, for example, in my life. And so I suggest you just take those that are relevant to you, and the rest you just leave aside. Right, so let's get going. Let's get the show on the road. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Capricorn, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Right. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. Libra, Scorpio, either you or another Libra, another Scorpio in your life. Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. We've got some interesting cards. Let's take a look. Oh, no, Jesus. An Aries in your life. An Aries in your life. There's heartache there with the Aries. Now, this could be, I'm looking at it as being caused, and I'll tell you why. It's being caused by two things. One, there is it's a beautiful relationship with this person, for one. However, what I'm seeing is that there is a spiritual side to the relationship that's not being fully played out yet. You know, and this could be in relation to the possibility of seeing each other or not, or being hidden from them or not, or not being able to, you know, literally touch them. Okay, then that's these Aries. And then the Taurus here. I see the Taurus as being the Seven of Wands. You know, they're represented by the Seven of Wands. And this Seven of Wands is always, the Taurus person is trying to defend themselves. They are in a position of defending themselves, you know, and usually they do this for a reason. And perhaps this might be a moment to, you know, draw away from that Taurus person because they have probably read your energy wrong. But in any case, there's a bit of insecurity that surrounds this Taurus person during the month of May. Then we have the Gemini person here. And the Gemini here is the Moon card. This is the Moon. They're represented by the Moon. And the Gemini means, you know, this is telling me that there's going to be an area of their life, of their personality, about them that you will not find, you just don't understand, and you're going to think in the month of May that they're hiding things. But to tell you the truth, what I'm looking at is that they have your best interests in mind. They will be coming toward you, and they are not hiding anything. It may be simply because they haven't been able to come close to you yet, similar to that Aries person. Then I have this Cancer person, and the Cancer person is represented by the Justice card, and this person is a karmic figure, okay, in both positively and negatively, meaning that the Cancer person around you has been in other lifetimes, and again, both positively and negatively, and I'm seeing a big negative influence that they have, and a very positive influence that they have. So this is a person who is like a roller coaster ride for you. To be taken with a grain of salt, perhaps. Then we have this Leo card, and the Leo card is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. that Leo person for you is a person who is going to call you out, on anything that you say. And so be ready for that and get your arguments straight and get your, you don't have to defend yourself like that Taurus, but you have to in some way cover your bases when communicating with them. Then we have this Virgo person who may be in your life, and it is the Queen of Cups. This could be, potentially, this may be the woman that we were seeing before, this Queen of Cups. It's the Virgo. She may be a romantic person in your life. And if she's not, she's someone who's going to bring you something of use during the month of May. Then we have this Libra here, is the Two of Cups here too. I could say the same. If it's not that Virgo person, it is the Libran that you meet, someone who crosses your path, or someone who offers you a partnership of some kind. Let's take a trip for 3 days, partnership in crime. Come on, leave your work behind and let's just take a breather. Or they'll say, what about if we open a business together, small business? You both have the same interests. So they may be that as well. Then we have the Scorpio. And this is another Scorpio who could be in your life or you yourself. And I've got the Tower card. And since I'm reading for you, let's take the bottom of the deck. And the bottom of the deep blue CCC tells me this is the Page of Cups. All right, look at Scorpio. You know what happens when you fall in love, right? We go cuckoo. I mean, we literally go cuckoo. We wake up and all you could think about is that person, and you want to tell them these such strange, stupid things, but you don't dare. And one day, the next day, but then the fourth day, the third day, you do, and you have this crazy energy, and you just don't recognize yourself. And I'm seeing that someone has revolutionized your life. Someone is really, really changed your life, turned you upside down, and it is because of this unconditional love that they have and you have between each other. Just saying, I am the messenger. Then we have a Sagittarian potentially in your life, and here is the Knight of Coins. How nice this is. This Sagittarian person, just a lovely individual, is a lovely person full of light. They are, smiling, and they're just always there with something positive to say. And even if it's negative, they turn it into a positive way. And it's a pleasure to be with them. If this is a friend, keep them very close. Then we have a Capricorn, and the Capricorn here is the Cups, the Knight of Cups here too. This is a person, man or woman, who is coming to you and making you an offer. This could be an offer for work, an offer for a project, some kind of offer. It could be an offer for love as well, but I don't see that as being up your alley. I just don't. I see that you're going to shy away from that. But this is a person who is coming toward you and offering you something. Then I have this Aquarian card, which is the Chariot. Look at that, the Chariot. You are going places with this person, and they are going places with you. They will take you places that you don't dare go alone. This is a person who's very, very in the month. Now, I'm only saying for the month of May now. I'm not saying how these zodiac signs are really, but in relation to you in the month of May, they are a person who uncharacteristically are coming out as being very adventurous and wanting to take risks. And if you're in for that, say yes. Then we have this Pisces card, which is beautiful, which is the Sun. And here I see that this person, whether it's a friend, a lover, a family member, or a co-worker, this is the person that you want to keep close as you can. They are full of light, full of light. We saw Sun even in the Lenormand mini tableau, grand tableau. It's a very interesting month for you, Scorpio. You're going through 4 seasons and a lot of emotional changes and a lot of emotional ups and downs and excitement. And, cuckoo going cuckoo, love is all around. What am I doing, Good for you. Good for you. I hope you enjoy that, that emotional push and pull. And if you like my videos, share them, subscribe, and tell your friends, bring them, and that's all I have to say. I will be back. I'm going to write to you all. Namaste. And until we read together again, bye bye, Scorpio. Bye bye. Bye bye.